Hi, my name is Chom, and I will be explaining my opening title sequence for a short film in AS Level Media Studies. The first question is, how does your product use or challenge conventions, and how does it represent social group or issues? The film represents athletes, specifically student athletes. Student athletes' films often challenge conventional narratives or stereotypes about athletes, particularly those who are students at colleges and universities. These films typically portray student athletes as more than just sports stars, but also individuals with complex lives and struggles. Student athlete films provide a unique and often compelling perspective on the lives of young people who are navigating the challenges of both high school life and high-level athlete performance. By challenging conventional narratives and highlighting the diverse experience of student athletes. Style is low vibrational colors and temperature. I wanted to set the mood for the audience because I wanted to show the vibe and the atmosphere of the film and make it more engaging. Most of the videos are shot as a point of view of my friend or a security camera. For instance, this makes the audience feel like they're watching me through a laptop camera, and this shot is to make the audience feel like they're looking at me from behind. I have put over diegetic sounds of water splashing while I swim to create an experience for the audience and to create a realistic and immersive atmosphere that makes the audience feel like they are there. The second question is, how does your product engage with the audience and how would it be distributed as a real media text? My project is mostly targeted at student athletes. It would be an honor if my extract or my film is shown to school, especially the Ministry of Education in Thailand, because I wanted to let the students know that they are not alone. I'm a student athlete myself, and it is not easy to go through high school life and swimming at the same time. Student athlete films can be distributed through various channels depending on the intended audience or purposes. They can be shown at film festivals where they can gain exposure or views and recognition. It can also be distributed through streaming platforms such as Netflix or Amazon Prime. Most importantly, I want to choose YouTube because it's a short film and it would be easier to gain views. In addition, these films can be shared on social media where they can go viral and reach younger people. Student athlete film can be very beneficial to school for several reasons. Student athlete films are super cool and should totally be shown in schools. For one thing, these films give you a sneak peek into lives of student athletes and all hard work and dedication that goes into being an athlete while juggling schoolwork and other responsibilities. Watching these films can help build empathy and understanding amongst students, making them more supportive of their athletes' classmates. Student athletes' films can also be a great way to promote schools and their athletic program by showcasing the awesome things that student athletes are doing. These films can attract new students and talent to the school and boost school pride among current students, staff, and teachers, helping students develop critical thinking and creative skills for PE, promoting positive attitudes towards fitness and sports. I want to use marketing and promoting as a way of distributing short films, for instance, posting on social media and mainly targeting student athletes, which influencers or other famous athletes could also repost my film because it could increase more views. The third question is, how did your production skill develop throughout this project? Since I'm a beginner and I chose CapCut since it's the only platform that was easy to use and it was free, I didn't have any editing skills or formal education when I started, so I had to figure everything out on my own. I learned a lot by watching YouTube and other platforms and practicing different techniques on the app. One thing I really focused on was layering audios to create more immersive experience. for the viewer. I also experimented with color adjustment and using less intense color to create a certain mood. Editing the swimming video was especially important because I had to carefully choose the best parts from my training footage. Moving forward, I plan to improve my time management and make more realistic plans for the future project in A2 Media Studies because I had 2 months off of swimming because of my injury, and I didn't really have time to take videos for swimming since I couldn't swim. The last question is, how did you integrate technology, software, hardware, and online in this project? Initially, I was unsure about which editing platform to use, but I ultimately chose CapCut because it is a well-known platform and it was an easy decision. I used my laptop for editing because it was a larger screen, and using a mouse is easier than using my fingers on my phone. For filming, I used my iPhone 11 because it was more convenient, but for the underwater swimming shots, I used my DJI Osmo Action 3 because it was specifically designed for underwater use. While browsing on YouTube, I watched various types of short film, but one that really caught my attention was Dedication. The color palette of the film inspired me, and I tried to incorporate it on my own film, which turned out well. I was also inspired by the way that the creator mixed up motivational quotes and audios, so I did the same in my film, but I only added the quote. I chose Michael Phelps' quotes because he is the only person who inspires me the most, and the quote was, "If you want to be the best, you have to do the things that other people aren't willing to do." This quote hit me a lot because he is an Olympian and a world record breaker. Phelps has been open about his struggles with his mental health and addiction and has become an advocate about mental health awareness, which is very important for student athletes. He retired from competitive swimming after the Olympics 2016, but continues to inspire so many athletes and fans around the world. He sees that mental health is the most important thing in a person, which some people don't see. For example, some teachers in my school don't really understand how hard it is to wake up in the morning, go training, and then go to school, and then go back to training again. By the time I get home, it's already 8 to 10 hours. The original song I used for my film had a lot of curse words in it, so I decided to use the instrumental version instead. The beats of the song were the most important part because it was a 90s hip-hop song. In conclusion, my opening title sequence was a success. I doubted myself too much at the start, but at the end of the day, I did it.